I'm coming really quickly because one, I haven't shared a video with you guys, candidly speaking, for a little minute, and I wanted to speak with you all and hear your honest opinions. And I noticed that I got a lot of engagement from men a lot. I'm pretty sure that was because, you know, of at the time what I was showing a lot of myself, my body, and all that, in honor of creating a more positive narrative for myself. And that's cool, and that worked, and I'm grateful. Now, here's another topic that I'm hoping that men will be able to really chime in on, you guys. Like, I really need some help understanding. For those who don't know me, my name is Jude. I am a spiritualist, a spiritual enthusiast, and I am a lover and a fighter. And I do feel like I am for relationships evolving and growing, but first starting with ourselves, and then, hopefully within our relationships. Here's the thing that I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm triggered. And I want to hear from men. I am definitely speaking to the male population right now. I have been seeing so many experiences of women all together. But as you guys can probably tell, if I had to check a mark box on an application and things like that, I would be considered so-called black. So this is the experience that I'm coming from, right? I have just witnessed so many black women being killed at the hands of either their lovers or their significant other or husbands, okay? And of course, sometimes people who don't know them. But I really would like to know, from a perspective of a man, why do you think that this is happening on such a large scale? What would drive a man to kill a woman whom either he's been intimate with, or that he says he loves, or that he's literally made a commitment to in relationship or in marriage? What are some things, what are some reasons that you guys feel, honestly, from your perspective, that will cause a man to unalive a woman? I really would like to hear your thoughts, but I'm triggered. I'm sad. I feel like at least from the two recent cases that I have seen, I've noticed that it looks like, from my perception and from my just looking at images and hearing the testimonies of victims' families and even the perpetrators' families, it gives a vibe in at least the last two cases, which are of a woman by the name of Daisha Stevenson, and the other woman, her name was April, I want to say Holt. From my observation, it looks like both of these women were attractive young ladies. They had something going for themselves. And it looks like the men who they were involved with, and I don't mean to say this in a negative way or a degrading type of way, but it almost seems like even those men did not see themselves, honestly, as worthy to be with the women, even if they acted as if they were confident. And so, and even more still, it seemed like they were good at putting on masks. And let me also be very clear, okay? Because I know a lot of times that it comes across like we are male bashing, but I have to say that we as women have to start taking more accountability. And this is what I mean. Women have a very, very powerful gift by the name of intuition. And I think a lot of times, because of our strong ass desire to be in a commitment, and I'm not saying that men don't have that too. Maybe you guys do, and you can share that below in the comments. But one thing that is for sure, that is all around the world, even men have to admit, women have something called an intuition, and it is very strong. A lot of times we pick up on things that you guys don't for years and decades to come. And I'm just wondering, like, what is happening that we are not either using that intuition, and we're not paying attention to these red flags, like what's happening. Now, this part is for the women who may come across this video. I know that you brothers and men cannot speak for us in that department. So my call to my sisters who are so much like me, I understand that sometimes we want to love the men folks and we want to show them that we're down, and we want to show them that we are not, so high and mighty, and that that we are willing to work with them. But at what point do we have to say enough is enough? I think that there have been clear signs in a lot of those relationships of either emotional abuse or physical abuse, financial abuse, or just some form of abuse. But we shoved it off, or we may brush that shit off as, oh, he's hurting, or, oh, he's gone through some things. And we understand because, we've gone through some things too, and we're not the best person. And so we shrug off and we try to love away, or we try to love and hope that that love will heal. And for some of us, we're losing our lives doing that. And I'm suggesting that it is time for us to use the wisdom that God has given us, absolutely deposited within us, and raise up a standard. I believe that that standard is going to have to look like trusting our gut instincts. It's going to have to look like if we see red flags and we feel unsafe or whatever, we don't explain that shit away. We don't try to love that out of a person. Take that shit. Sit with that shit. Let us understand, like, do I really feel safe? And even if we feel safe, taking a motherfucker at what they say that they're going to do to us. I've seen so many videos in the last few hours or months where men are saying some questionable things in the videos, like low-key threatening the women whose lives that they're in, and the women are just sitting there and they're like, not even fazed. And I'm not going to say that they're not fazed, but they're not showing it. Maybe it comes across like, oh, that nigga say that all the time, or yeah, he ain't about that action. Or maybe some of us are so brave and so warrior-like that we don't believe for 1 minute that the guy would do that. Or maybe you feel that as a woman, you could stand toe-to-toe with him. I don't know. I would love to hear honest conversation. I hope and pray that you guys will be very respectful of each other and of me. These are my raw, unfiltered, honest thoughts right now. And I'm truly wanting to have a dialogue. I want to know, men, also, what do you think us as ladies should do in order to protect ourselves? I think I've heard so many men say, oh, you should have chose better, or, oh, you got to be, basically, for lack of a better phrase, you've got to do better than that, or you've got to be more careful. And the thing is, like, sometimes, and this can go across the board for men when it comes to women, and vice versa for women as it pertains to men. Sometimes people act and pretend very, very well. They hide their traumas, they hide their rage and their anger and the way that they respond to things in an attempt to secure the person, to seduce them, to get what they feel that they desire. And when they feel that it's okay, or when they feel that they have enough of a hold up on the person, then and only then. And sometimes I don't even think that some of the people are thinking that far. It's just they can't hide the mask any longer. And so it starts to slip out. But by that time, either you as a man or some of the ladies, we're so much into the person, into their potential, or into whomever it was that they showed us when they first seduced us, and we believed that that was really them, and then the real them starts to come up, and then we're battling within our minds like, wait a minute, Who am I getting? Wait, is this the real you or is that the real you? And because a lot of us have hope and faith in humanity and in other people, or we're just delusional, we choose to believe that the first version of themselves that they showed us, if it were different from the other one that we're seeing, that was really them. And this person right here that we don't really recognize and that we don't know, that can't be you guys. That can't be you. And so I'll be here until the other person comes back. What if that other person never comes back? Anyway, these are just some of my thoughts. I'm going to end the video here. I don't want it to be too long. Guys, please be respectful, but also please share with me what you think we as people should do about this. And especially, what should Black women do? How would you recommend that we pay attention to these signs? And first, like the first question I posed, what do you think would cause a man to kill a woman? Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring balance and harmony, first within ourselves and then within our world. Bye, you guys. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and like and subscribe for more content, either similar to this or totally different. I'm a very complex soul. Bye.